quick thing before you watch this video. If you are looking for a template or plug and play system, then this is literally the wrong place. I believe that health, business and relationship, for example, are all based on our personal preferences. And every YouTube video that tells you a plug and play system is basically BS and will not work. The only thing that works are mental models and systems that help you to, restructure your brain, your mind, to grow on your own, to work on your own, to do the stuff. I basically give you the toolbox you need to build the house, not the paper sheet of a fictional house that you don't have, just a house that you want to build. And if this sounds bullshit to you, then go watch other videos that have plug and play systems, try the things out, and see that the results you will get are not that good. The only way you get good results is if you work on yourself, have your brain set up, and have the right mental models. And nothing you see here, by the way, is medical advice. I'm no doctor anyway, but I use the things, my partners use the things, and my clients use the things. I own a biohacking company, I will say this. So yeah, enjoy the video. So there is this big movement going on right now, which is called, the routines, the life hacks, and the strategic planning of your day. But I believe all of that is basically just coping to avoid the real work. And I, as a biohacker, can explain this to you in a pretty scientific but actionable way. So I will explain you in this video what a real biohacker has as his morning routine, as his day-to-day routine, as his evening routine, and basically as his recovery and work. And what all of his clients, who are, by the way, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9-figure business owners, who have to do a lot of work too. And I will share with you the whole process and actually why the stuff you see on social media and with all of these productivity gurus is actually BS. So my name is Just Visser. I own a health coaching agency. So I basically help entrepreneurs to consult their health. And we literally do this in a biohacking approach, personalized, high ticket, the stuff. But anyway, the expertise I have is basically I am working in the biohacking or in the health niche since 3.5 years. I work with, high performers, entrepreneurs, and business owners and C-suites. And what we basically do is we structure a day, we structure a realistic day and not this BS Instagram real day, We structure a real day. And this is basically what you need to do, okay? You should not do anything that does not correlate actively with the work you want to do or with the goal you want to achieve. If you, have this 5-minute morning journaling or 5-minute morning gratitude and you really don't know why you do it, or of course you know why to do it, to share positivity and all of that stuff, but does it really impact your whole work? Does it really help you to work? If you say yes now, then maybe stop doing it and then show at your work. And I think there is not that much that changed because there is not that much evidence. The evidence that is around this topic is basically that you should attract yourself to people with positive mindset, or that you just should consume with your sensoric system, with your nose, with your eyes, with your ears, with your sensoric system, positive things or things that you believe as to be positive. So, but that can you do on a daily basis, okay? That's what you can do there. Of course, in business you will have bad stuff happen every single day, but the things you can control can be positive. Anyways, so what I do every single morning, the only thing is I wake up, I have a cold shower, I brush my teeth, and then I will go to work. It can be at my girlfriend's apartment, it can be here. I will work for 1 to 5 hours. It depends on the workload I have the day. And I work consistently. And you should work in the morning at first thing for the most, you should work at your hardest tasks in the morning, because your hormonal system is balanced. You have no, dopamine workload. You are resetted, you are fresh, you are not expressed to any external factors. You should not use your phone in the morning. You shouldn't even look at your phone when you wake up. You just should wake up, go to ice cold shower just to, signalize your body to wake up, because sometimes not everyone has, the luxury to wake up when the light is already there, and your body needs this external signal that he needs to wake up and release the morning hormones, and removes or reduces the realization of the sleeping hormones. And basically that's what I do in the ice cold shower. It is one thing I hate to do. Very nice, because it strains your brain to do the things you hate to do anyways, which is good for business. And you go in the ice cold shower, and you should shower anyways. And if you now shower ice cold, or if you shower warm, it doesn't make a change in your time spending under the shower. So then brushing your teeth is something you need to do, and then you are fresh. Okay, then you are fresh, you are awake, and you can work. No external stimuli. The only thing you do is to grab a bottle of water, drink 500 milliliters to 1 liter. It depends how big you are, and then you work. And the work is very hard to do. And then when you feel you are finished with the work, not when 1 hour is over or 5 hours over the maximum, when you ever think the work is actually finished and you can't do, then you wake up or you stand up and you grab some food and you prepare your food for your whole day. Maybe you meal prep for the whole week, then you just grab your food and you eat. While you eat, you do nothing, okay? What you can do is, while you eat, you can check your emails, you can, do some administration stuff, or check your phone numbers, and, check up with your family, friends, and all of these people. But don't, consume short form content, don't consume videos, don't consume nasty videos you don't like, don't consume, or don't video game while doing that, don't, do that. And then work again, or, do the stuff that needs to be done. What I like to do is, because we as human beings have a natural midday dip, and that is what, that just a normal thing, and that exists because of our cortisol management, and we can see the graph is lowering, and in the midday most of the time we as human beings have a high, or not a high, but a slightly elevated dip in our hormonal system. So that's why people like to nap, that's why people like to go to the gym, because they want to change the environment. So what I like to do most of the times is, after my breakfast, after my lunch, most of the times I record videos like this. So for example, we have now 1 p.m. I record the video, and after that, after recording, in around about 15 minutes, I will go hit the gym, and then I will relax in my bed for 15 minutes. I have an alarm clock, and that's it. And when I have rest day, I will record the video again, and I will go in my bedroom and have a nap. So therefore I just avoid, or I use this dip, this hormonal dip, to balance or restructure my day, and to basically avoid dopamine traps like video gaming, YouTube, social media. These things are not bad, you can do them, but keep in mind that when you do these things while you work, the work gets harder. Our brain is wired to a reward system, and of course these apps are pretty much designed from experts to stimulate your reward system as much as possible. But now you have the problem, you actually want to work on your business, you want to work on your goals, and then you think you have this inner voice that is talking to you, and you have this inner conflict because now you played video games, or watched some nasty videos, you watched Instagram shorts or TikTok or whatever platform you're using, and then you have this conflict of, man, I want to work, but I can't because I only can scroll here. And trust me, research shows this. When you cut these things out in a workload area, or when you have a lot of work to do, then basically what that makes is not that only you do not waste your time with these things, because you right now have work time. You shouldn't be on your phone and watch videos. You have work time. And secondly, work is so much easier because work is now your only reward system. And by the way, in the evening you can still be on your phone, you can still video game, but only after work. That is what I recommend you. You can do it, you can try it out, but that's what I do, that's what a lot of successful entrepreneurs do, and so they can still manage their personal life and their business life, and still have reward in their business and in their personal life. But, big but, don't overstimulate yourself with this, because when you now can't separate yourself, these two areas, private and business, and the private is so much rewarding than the business, then of course what will you do? You will do more of your private stuff and less of business, and then you see this shift that you only work 3 hours per day, or only 3 days per week, and then you have more private life because it's more rewarding. So in general, I would recommend you to try, to reduce this external stimuli as much as possible. But, I play video games with my girlfriend too, and everyone, successful people watch movies, they watch TV shows, they don't aggressively cut them out and feel bad and painful, because the painful thought you will have is so much more exhausting and wastes so much more time than actually doing, 10 minutes a week of watching Instagram. That is okay, but don't overdo it. And if you have really problem with it, I would recommend you to use some devices, some external apps. There is some device called Brick you can use for your mobile phone, where you can literally delete temporarily all of your apps, and or suppress all of your apps and plugins for your daily usage, or while you're working and you just have the Brick here, your phone is in your refrigerator or otherwise, and you can't really open any app or something. That is what you basically do. By the way, your phone shouldn't be in the refrigerator, but yeah, and then I work, and what I said, in the evening I just literally do work if I have to, and if not, I can chill. So work day can end at 4 p.m, but it also can end at 11 p.m. And that only depends on the workflow, at the time we are right now, at the heavy changes we are. For now, for example, I only finish my days at 11 p.m, at 12 p.m, but I try to schedule some time in between my rest times, because you as a human being can't work for 16 hours straight. You literally can't. So you can for a short period of time with given substances, but focus is really hard to do neurologically, so it's really hard. So for that reason, I schedule some time with my girlfriend. For example, right now I'm going to the gym with my girlfriend, or I will go to a gym with my friends. Then I have 15 hours longer workout, but I had the social time, I feel rested, I feel that I'm not missing out the social life, and I still work 12 to 14 hours a day and 80 hours per week. That is basically how I managed to do it. And something like working at my girlfriend's apartment, when I only have to do some half focused work tasks, like writing emails, or replying to repetitive stuff I already know, or to schedule some things, not these big changes, because most of the big changes are done in the morning. And that's what that is the realistic day every single entrepreneur does. And now you can decide if you want to cut down the Sunday or the Saturday and make completely free time. But I love working every single day, And I love this, don't having Saturdays, don't having Sunday. I love having Sunday because uh, my team doesn't work there and I just can prepare everything for the week. And in the evening before I go to bed, I, basically structure my day for the next day. I know what to do next day. I have my calendar, I have my warm up, I have the tracker, I have, the structure, the systems, the tools that help me to track my life, my health, and, my business and my progress. And then according to this, I literally know what tasks to do next, and I literally figure out what to do next. And this takes me, 30 minutes in the evening. So instead of, I don't know, playing video games, last 30 minutes before going to bed, I rest because I, clear my thoughts. I write down on just here you can see I have in my notes my to-do list. Maybe you can see the my to-do list for those things. I take them out, and if and I only finish the day if this is finished. And in the beginning, I literally did figure out too much tasks, or I put too much tasks in one day and too few in the other. But now after 2 years or 3 years, you get your structure. Okay, so don't get caught by this, models of how entrepreneurs wake up and the 3 hour morning routine and the 2 hour walk, and we do recover, we do rest, but not that much. It's not that deep. Have a great day. By the way, as a biohacker, I do this, but my recovery strategies are kind of secret. My supplementation is kind of secret, and it's very precise, so I can squeeze as much time as possible out of my life. So I basically, for example, I do not need that much sleep. But if you want to know how to do that, then you can click the first link in the description. I think right now it's the only link. In the future, I will put a link with my partners, my partner companies down there, so you can look what products are good in the health niche and actually trustworthy. And yeah, if you want to be healthier as an entrepreneur, or if you just want to have a health assessment, just want to know your blood work, I can help you there or too. If you want to improve on it, if you want to structure your health while you're working on business and improve there, and have the trackable systems and metrics and know whatever you want to do, and after you leave my program, you exactly can know, or you will never ever miss out on your health too. Then check out the first link in the description. It's pretty cool. You don't need to do it. I would love to that you watch my videos, and I will not stop doing this. I will record YouTube videos every single day. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you tomorrow. Bye.